Hello, welcome to Bored and Confused, where I review shows based on two criteria. One, was I bored? Two, was I confused? Today's show is Angry Allen by Penelope Skinner, starring John Krasinski of The Office fame. Before we get into this, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me grow this channel, and it also helps me to be able to see more theater and then report back to you and give you my thoughts. All right, Angry Allen was originally developed in 2018 by Penelope Skinner alongside Don McKay for the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. It won the Fringe First Award for New Writing, and the play emerged in the aftermath of Trump's election, rooted in Skinner's interest in exploring men's rights, rhetoric, extremism, and online radicalization. Rather than writing a traditional script, Skinner and co-creator McKay devised it informally, sometimes in their living room, to frame a single character's journey into the internet conspiracy, inspired by real footage from men's rights figures. After its Fringe run, the play captured the attention of John Krasinski. He received the script from his agent. After getting only to page 6, he texted, "I have to do this play." And then he introduced it to director Sam Gold, and both were drawn by the story's emotional honesty and contemporary urgency. That creative team then developed a new off-Broadway production, which is playing at Studio Seaview, which is the theater that was formerly housed by Second Stage before they secured the Helen Hayes on Broadway. All right, and it's directed by Gold, and it stars John Krasinski. John Krasinski plays Roger, a 40-year-old white nice guy. He's divorced, laid off from a good job at AT&T, but now he's working at a grocery store. He's estranged from his son, and he's feeling powerless. He discovers online videos by this guy named Angry Allen, an Alex Jones type influencer who's blaming women and feminism for men's failures. This is a show steeped in men's rights, conspiracy thinking, online radicalization, and for a liberal New York crowd, that can be a little hard to hear. But Krasinski is great at playing the nice guy, so we actually listen. We don't shut him off. As Roger absorbs Angry Allen's rhetoric, we stay with him until the play makes us question if Roger might be too far gone. At first, Roger is sympathetic. He's likable, relatable, but then he starts blaming women, blaming society. And when he gets a chance to connect with his troubled son, he fails miserably. This is a spoiler. Instead of reconciling with his son, he flies off the handle and basically permanently alienates his son. And this play shows why some white men gravitate toward conspiracy figures, but only on a surface level. I never felt Roger's interior life. So I'm a white man near the age of this character, and I'm not wildly successful or powerful, yet I don't blame others for my struggles. And I kind of compare this with Eureka Day, where Jessica Heck's anti-vax character was so fully realized that I empathized with her even though I didn't agree with her. With Roger, I kind of got the concept of the man, but I never really felt like I understood who he was. I didn't really like him, even though John Krasinski is very affable. So, was I bored? Not really. There's a bit of a dip around midway where Roger's just kind of rattling a lot of the same complaints, but it's a very short and tight play. It's directed very well, so that moves quickly, and Krasinski is really engaging. He's really great in this character. He's kind of perfectly cast. Was I confused? Mostly no, but the father-son subplot that I just mentioned, I thought from the concerns that we were hearing from Roger's ex-wife is that this kid might be heading down a violent path in like Columbine fashion. But then when we do meet the son, his issues really aren't that extreme. And yet Roger blows up and really alienates his son and completely miserably fails at this one chance he had at rebuilding his relationship with his semi-estranged son. And that twist kind of caught me off guard. I thought I understood who Roger was, but turns out I did not. I also found it really interesting that Roger recounts his experiences in a way that feels more factual than emotional, which is surprising for a character who's being radicalized by the content he's viewing online. Because of the nature of a one-person play, I feel like the writer wanted Roger to be a reliable witness to his own life so that we, as an audience, are getting the full picture. But it sometimes seems at odd that Roger remembers things so accurately, but yet he still can't see the forest for the trees. He seems incredibly clueless at times. And I think the play could have given the audience a little more credit and allowed Roger to be a less reliable narrator, especially as his world becomes increasingly colored by the content that he's consuming online. The direction is good. It keeps it all moving at a snappy pace. The sets are interesting in that they indicate realism and have a lot of realistic details, yet they are clearly theatrical in their economic use of space that flattens everything out and puts the floor at a steep rake. Roger's apartment has a front door that he never uses to actually enter the space because clearly it's not a functional door. There are also a lot of short blackouts that denote a passage of time that I didn't think were really necessary for a one-person play where the actor can just tell us that time has passed. I'm not a big fan of blackouts in general because I feel like it kills the energy of a play. Anyhow, final thoughts. Angry Alan is a very timely piece. Despite having been written in 2018, sadly, these issues are still very current. The play is very provocative and thought-provoking. John Krasinski is perfectly cast. He's great in this. I loved his performance. The staging is very effective and the tension is real. But I wanted a little more depth. I wanted the play to help me really understand the mind of these men who go down this rabbit hole. Still, it's just 90 minutes, it's engaging, and it will stick with you and give you a lot to talk about after the curtain comes down. So kudos to John Krasinski for putting himself out there and playing a small off-Broadway theater when I'm sure there are a lot of bigger, high-profile projects that he could be working on. So go support this show. Go see Angry Alan at the Seaview, Studio Seaview, and then come back and share your thoughts. Let me know if you were bored or confused by this play.
Don't bore me, don't confuse me. If you do,